Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the farm. I'm Farmer Dave, wishing you a wonderful Monday. It is the 6th of December 2021. We are looking forward to having some bad weather this week, so I got a few projects to do today to get done and out of the way before the weather does turn bad. But first off, we're going to show you a few little excerpts of some stuff that I did finish last week that hasn't made it onto video yet. So stay tuned, we've got more coming up. Howdy everybody, and welcome back to Nelson Creek Farm. I'm Farmer Dave underneath a Ford Ranger pickup. I'm going to replace the links for the sway arms today. Finally getting around to replacing it. One on the driver's side's broke, and we're going to replace it, and then we'll replace the one on the passenger side when I get a minute or two. Yeah. So anyway, welcome back to the farm. It is Thursday, the 2nd of November. So, yeah, we're still doing the November thing. Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the last day of November. Yeah, I got another 15 bags of pellets today. We burned 8 bags of pellets in the last 2 weeks, so that's about $48 to heat the house for 2 weeks. So, $100 a month, darn sight cheaper than that coal-fired furnace ever thought of being. Plus, it's cleaner. Less shoveling for me, and a hell of a lot less of packing out clinkers. So win-win for me. Anyway, I got 15 today. 10 are going to go to the house. 5 are going to go to the pile in the garage. And the reason why 10 are going to the house, when I've been heating it with 8 every 2 weeks, is because starting tonight, the temperatures are going to tank. It is going to be brutally cold with daytime highs of maybe in the 40s in the next week. We have a very good chance of seeing snow, if not a lot of rain in this next week. So it's going to be cold, wet, and windy. So we're going to see if 10 bags makes it through a tough week or two of weather. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to right now. Say, did y'all hear about the hide-and-seek tournament we were going to hold here at the farm? Sadly, I had to cancel it. Good players are just hard to find. On the to-do list for today is to move these two from out there to right here behind the outhouse and next to the shop for the winter. But first off, I got to clean up some stuff over here, get it put away, stored, and then I have room to bring both of those John Deeres and put them right here next to the shop. That way they're not sitting out there where I can't keep an eye on them in the field. Okay, I've got the chain hooked on to that John Deere B to the back end of the Super M. And I'm going to pull that chain tight, or snug anyway. Okay. Now what that has done has centered the chain, so both runs of it are going to pull equally back to the B, and I'm going to unhook this here, pull the pin out, and I'm going to twist this a few times so that the chain won't pull on one side or the other harder than what it is. So the tractor will tow along behind the Super M straight. If I can get the M to roll back. There we go. She's not as lightweight as the Farmall H is. A lot heavier machine. Okay. Got the pin in. Got the hitch in. That's out of gear. And of course that's out of gear. Now let's go pull this mess. I've had to chain up the tractors this way because I'm the only one here. I don't have anybody to steer the bee. I know somebody's going to ask how I can steer that thing with that thing. Well, I'll show you this chain. Now this only works on tractors with that single front wheel or a narrow front end, like on the Farmall H and the Super Am that I have here, or Skylar's John Deere B with the Roll-O-Matic front end. You attach a chain down here on either side of the fork, and when I pulled it up tight, that made both of those links of chain that run up to the clevis hitch the same length. And then by twisting them around and around like I did, they won't pull one and favor one over the other. So they're both pulling even back here on this. So as I'm turning this corner here with the Super Am and going up there, this front tire will turn and the tractor will follow me up here. We're going to run the B up here about where the M is now, and then we're going to back it down into there. Once we get that tractor parked in where it needs to go, then we'll work on the other B and put it in front of this one. This right here is a good thing for me, or a good time for me to say this is what I do, but not what you should do. This is how I'm going to roll that John Deere B back down into that hole as I get the front tire on there and I get to pushing. Yeah, kind of like that. I got a little stinky out here today, having a little bit of exercise with it today. Now to get it the rest of the way, we're going to push it in with the platform now that I have room to get to the front end of the tractor. And we'll be doing good if we don't hit the outhouse, which we're going to be close. But yeah, that's not how to move a tractor by yourself. That's just how I do it. But don't try to do this by yourself. It isn't that safe. Now this John Deere B presents a peculiar problem. It has a mounted sickle bar mower on it, and I got to get that sickle bar picked up and hooked up to the machine so that I can tow this tractor. If any of you have ever played with a sickle bar, you know dang good and well to never ever stick your finger down between these rock guards, because the sickle knife section can slide one way or the other, especially that way when you tip this up. And if you got your fingers in there, you're going to be waving like this the rest of your life. Yeah, you ain't going to have any fingers. So you never ever put your fingers down in there. You always find something else to grab a hold of to lift it. And preferably on this back side. Now, this thing had a winch hooked onto it. It was welded up there, and that held it. Well, that weld job broke, so we're going to have to recreate something else there. But for now, I've got to come along. we're going to hook onto this and down to the mower to help keep this up while I'm moving it. Okay, I have a cable attached up to a rock guard down to the come along and hooked onto the frame there. That will keep the sickle arm up while I'm transporting it. Now maybe as you can tell behind me and around me in this video, the weather is turning nasty. So if anything, I'm just going to get this tractor moved out of the field and I'll try to get it up there by the shop. I may not get either one of them put where they need to go, but at least this will be out of the field and up closer to the house where I can keep an eye on it. Because this tractor, I'm going to try to resurrect and make it work. I know, it's almost sacrilege towing a John Deere with a farm haul, but my Alice Chalmers isn't running. Alrighty, now to get this thing to steer where I want it to go, because I don't have any helper, gotta wrench it over as good as I can. Probably about in there. And then I'm gonna tie the steering wheel over into that position with some baling twine. And yeah, that's how I steer the tractor when I'm bumping steering it. Now, hot rod guys know what bump steer is, but it's a totally different kind of bump steer than what I'm dealing with. Yeah, tie that up right quick. Okay, now that should hold it enough to get this shoved in over there. All in all, that's kind of about right where I wanted the two John Deeres to end up. Kind of nose to nose there, tire to tire. Yeah, getting the one to run will be a real challenge because it's only half there with two cylinders. Okay, don't shoot. I give up. That was just a bad joke, John Deere guys. Gosh, just so you know, there's 5 of these green things on this farm, and only 4 red ones, and 2 orange ones, and 2 gray and red ones, and yeah. We don't judge by color around here at Nelson Creek, but we do poke fun of them, and all the rest of them on occasion. Yeah. Well, with Christmas time coming, we're going to wrap this episode up, pun intended. In case you hadn't noticed, I do like jokes, so take them as they are. They are intended as humorous. Anyway, I would like to thank you all. We have hit our magic 300 subscriber level. In fact, we're above 300 today as last I looked. So thank you very much. For the rest of you that have been watching, right down there, please do subscribe to the farm channel here on YouTube, and we'll keep on going. Now that we got these two moved out of the field out there, we can get back to getting some field work done. Got a lot of little projects to do. Some of you are aware that on the 4th of June, which is going to be hopefully a beautiful Saturday day, weather-wise, we will have a flea market and arts and crafts show here at the farm. Plus, any of you with old tractors or want to just see some old tractors, come on by. We're going to be probably playing a little bit out in the field a little bit that day. So, yeah, Y'all stay tuned, keep subscribing, keep sharing all these with your friends and family. Let them know about the channel at any rate. And make sure right down there, they hit that little red button that says subscribe on it. Don't forget to hit the bell icon right next to it and click on all so you can get notified every time that there's a new one of these videos out that we're doing here at the farm. Got a lot more projects coming up as long as the weather behaves. If it doesn't, we're going to go hide inside and do something inside where it's warm. Anyway, I'm Farmer Dave. Y'all be careful out there, and we'll catch up with you later now. Bye-bye.